Hello, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. My name is, well, Trevor Shelby, and I'm going to bring you guys... I don't like that opening. Hang on. And joining me on this crazy cruising adventure are all of you. Da, da. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. All right. How is everyone today? I hope it is fantastic. I am just so excited. Wait, hang on. I gotta add everybody else. Where? Okay. I don't see. Hang on. They're here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, now I remember. Oh, yesterday was Jen's birthday, and well, Tom and Gary, they were hiding in her cake, and I didn't have the heart to tell them that the cake was running a little bit late, and it's not going to get there till today, so they had to hang out in there overnight. Oh, but anyways, ooh, well, oh, that's a terrible opening. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. My name is Trevor Shelby, and joining me on this crazy cruising adventure are my good friends, well, all of you. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. How is everyone today? I just can't wait to get this episode started, and just like we do every episode, let's add everyone in. So here we go. And hang on. Okay, well, this is odd. No one else is... Now I remember. Okay. Don't panic. Okay, so maybe Tom, Gary, and Reese, they're hiding in Jen's birthday cake. And well, we had to ship it to California, and I had them get into it just on Wednesday. So, crap. Hang on. I don't know if they're going to make it in time. Well, I'm sure, Media Mail is the way I should have shipped that. That's what I told them it was. They said it was going to take up to 25 days. It's okay. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. The cake is delicious. So there you go. It's pineapple. You can never go wrong with that. So happy birthday, Jen. I hope you're excited. Don't get too scared when they all pop out in their Speedos. Not sure why they chose that, but they said it would make sense. So there you go. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic week. You didn't expect this to be a solo episode, but here we are. No one else is joining me. I'm not kidding. So, usually we spring the trap, the joke, and we kind of go about it that way, but we're not doing it. So this week, I would like to start off a little bit differently. Over the last, 2,372 episodes, we've always played games, and, well, I don't have a game to play, really, because I don't have anyone else to bounce it off of. So I'm going to start this week off with a speak pipe from one of my favorite listeners, Catherine. Here we go. Take it away, Catherine.
Hello, guys. This is Catherine. I am catching up on episodes. I just got back from a cruise on the Carnival Dream. It was lovely. I went with
Ooh,
my parents, and now my new fiance. We got engaged on the cruise. It was wonderful. But anyway, I am catching
congratulations.
up on episodes, and I'm really happy to see Reese stepping in for this episode, and I hope future ones really missed his antics. So happy to see the old crew getting back together again. Of course, always having Thomas in my thoughts. Like I said, I'm catching up, so you'll probably have more voice messages from me in the future. And keep up the good work, guys. I'm so excited. Bye.
Thank you, Catherine. Congratulations, you two. That is fantastic. I'm very happy for you guys. I, too, got engaged on a cruise ship, and it was so wonderful. And, you know, it it brings back a lot of memories because I also was married on a cruise ship. I hope you consider it, Catherine. Let us know what you guys are planning on doing. That's fantastic. Me and my wife, we got married on a cruise ship, and Carnival made that a very easy process for us. I mean, they have a whole team. You know, you book through your vacation planner, and then you go ahead and you book through their team for the wedding. And there's so many options, so many things that you can do. The, you're customizing everything from the start to the finish because you're gonna have a lot of people that are going on the cruise, and you're gonna have people that aren't going on the cruise, and so you're kind of getting everything planned out. It's a lot of fun. So congratulations again. That is so fantastic. And Catherine does bring up a really good point, talking about having Reese back on the show. And I think that this is a fantastic thing that we do have. We have a really good dynamic between the whole team now. Everything started off with just Mr. Kennedy and I talking about your new beginnings, Catherine. We actually had a new beginning early on in episode 1 in this show where we kind of talked about just everything that we wanted to accomplish with this show. It was something that we needed to kind of hone out. And recently I was asked, where did the term the Golden Boys come from? When did we first kind of bring that up? And one of the things, kind of taking a look back when we started this beginning of this show, back in episode 1, in just the first few minutes, we had brought it up. It was very kind of like off the cuff and not super planned. And this was something that we just threw out there, and it stuck. And so I would like to share that memory with you all. So I think it's fair that we should introduce ourselves just a little bit to everybody. So we are the Golden Boys of Carnival Cruising. That's what I like to call us, the Golden Boys. So
I like that. I like that.
yeah, I've been on a total of 10 cruises, and I actually introduced Tom to cruising. He's the sole reason he has fun on fun ships is because of me. And actually,
I am going to kill you.
it's the other way around. Tom actually introduced me to cruising, and I've never looked back vacation wise. I love it. I love cruises.
There's nothing like it. I mean, you hit up several different ports, several different countries in a short amount of time. You may only get like a few hours, but you get a lot in those few hours.
Yeah. And we get our money's worth in food.
Mm-hmm.
So I eat like a hobbit. So I pack that away. So
You all listening at home, you think he's joking. I've seen him eat 15 meals in one day.
Just about.
And I'm the bigger of the two of us too.
And that's about all that episode is really worth. Don't bother going all the way back there and listening. Oh man, but such memories. when we first started this show, it was just something that, I wanted a podcast. I wanted to listen to a podcast about Carnival cruising, and the options out there were slim to none. And, there were always, your YouTubers and your talking heads and the people that like to give tips and tricks for all cruises. But I wanted something more focused in on Carnival. That's the cruise line that I love, and it's what I wanted to represent. And it was one of those things that I feel like that we did really well when we created this show. We had a focus. The execution on that first episode was a little lacking. It gets really boring there for a minute. I really wanted to highlight each ship in the history of Carnival, and I did it in a way that I just kind of like documentaried it and just kind of butchered a lot of stuff. And so, for what it's worth, it is a fun episode, but man, you might skip out on that last part, at least until I'm done talking about it, because I drone. So, and I'm sorry about that. So, anyways, now something I wanted to bring up this week, and it's something that actually somebody had complained to John Heald, and this is actually something I found pretty darn funny, and I think you guys will too. This is a message to John Heald. It says, DW and me are cruise foodies.
Wait, what did they say to John Heald? Don't make me come over there and fight you. I'll fight you.
All right. I see how it is. So it says, DW and me are cruise foodies on the Carnivals, and we are on the Carnival celebration right now. There is no pumpkin pie offered. My wife was disappointed, and I asked the waiter for the chef to make one, but was told very rudely that my request was refused. I know that you are British, man, so you do not understand that pumpkin pie is not just for the holiday season. Pull this, and you will see that it should be offered once a cruise, every cruise. What can you do to make this right, John? And John's responds with, thank you, and I do hope you are having a wonderful time. I'm sure the waiter was not rude, and perhaps the chef does not have the ingredients, like, pumpkins. Let's see what I can do. Perhaps I can get the chef to make you 3.14 pumpkins, or as we Brits call it, pumpkin pie. Oh, FFS. So, this one's kind of funny. Did you know that pumpkin pie doesn't really contain pumpkin? Isn't that interesting? So pumpkin pie is typically squash pie because pumpkin is a type of squash. And yeah, so pumpkin pie is a lie. It should just be called squash pie. So it says here, most pumpkin pies are not made with pumpkin because they contain a mixture of squashes such as butternut and Hubbard. Instead, the FDA does not differentiate between pumpkins and their squash relatives. So food companies can label the product as 100% pumpkin even if they do not contain any pumpkin and only squash. So that's very interesting. And you know what? They've been doing it since like the 1950s. So if you're like, wow, it was better when I was a kid, well, that may not have been. You're not, it may not be true. And also, did you know that pumpkin spice does not have any pumpkin in it either? So, I mean, are we ever eating pumpkin? Is this, I mean, I've seen pumpkins at fairs and stuff that are just like the size of a house. So you would think we'd have it. I don't know, but oh well. So this person is wanting some kind of compensation because they do not have pumpkin pie on the ship. And do any of you actually eat pumpkin pie other than during the holidays? I'm trying to think of any time that I do, and I really don't. I love pumpkin pie. I've just always associated that with being a Thanksgiving, Christmas kind of thing, not really, in the summertime or, whenever. I mean, it's just not something that I do. So let me know if you do. We'll actually do the poll. I don't think John actually did the poll. We will do the poll. And over at Carnival Cruising Podcastaways on Facebook, there you can go ahead and vote. So do you or don't you? Do you have it during all year round or do you not? So we are just dying to get those answers. And speaking of answers, did you know that this podcast is sponsored? It is. And it's sponsored by... Hello, traveler. It seems you have found cruisingswag.com. Make sure you go on over to cruisingswag.com. There you can pick out your favorite cruise gear. Also, go to ccp.cruisingswag.com and you can get your favorite Carnival Cruising Podcastaways shirts as well. So we're going to have shirts, door hangers, also lanyards. You're going to be so happy when you are shopping there, because I'll tell you what, Mr. Banning does a fantastic job. He even does custom orders. So if you would like to get something from Bluff City Designs, he will hook you up. And he does it for a really good price. So just recently, I was at a conference, kind of the reason why we're actually doing this solo episode. And he was able to do this turnaround in just like a week. He was able to get the print. He designed a really cool design for us. He got it all put together. He kept me informed every step of the way. He shipped me over like 10 t-shirts. I mean, and they were beautifully done. He would paid tons of attention to detail. My whole team was so happy that we were able to get this done, because they were all shirts that says, "If found, please return to," and it said our boss's name, and we thought it was hilarious. So our boss, though, not so much, but you know, it's one of those things. But yeah, definitely go on over there to cruisingswag.com. There you can get your orders in, and the shirts are so soft too. I live the soft life. I love a good soft t-shirt, and that they are. So there you go. So this week, Carnival Cruise Line has introduced a new platinum gift, and you know me, I'm a collector of platinum gifts because I am a platinum member. I don't know if y'all knew that, but here is what it looks like. So if you go over on Spotify, you can see that this is a platinum gift. It is obviously for a platinum member, and it is so nice. So this is a blue baseball cap with the Carnival logo on the side there, the beautiful whale and it says VIFP Club on the front. It's got the badge. It looks fantastic, and there's no better way to, you know, show that you're a diamond or platinum member with, you know, with this hat. I mean, there's no better way to do it. So here you go. Now, you know, I don't know, like, this is weird, but there's a bunch of people that are complaining about this. And I think now, you know, us diamond and platinum members, we don't complain, okay? We're not complainers. So, or snooty snoots, as Gary likes to put, you know, those gold members. That's how he refers to gold members. So these so-called snooty snoots have been complaining about what this gift is and how they're just not going to accept it. Well, I think that these are paid actors, okay? These are paid actors from the Golden Card members who like to run down, who have been privileged enough to go on many Carnival cruises. So I would just like to throw that out there that I'm pretty sure there's a conspiracy going on. No, none of us complain. So we're actually well known for being very, very polite, and that's just what we represent. So, anyways, I just think, you know, I honestly, if I go on a cruise and they give me anything for free, I'm just ecstatic. So, I mean, I don't care if it's a hat or if it's a pair of shoes or I don't know, a cup of seawater. I don't care. You gave me this for free. Now, I can't believe that somebody would just not like this hat. So, I don't know. I don't know. There's no questionable decision, about it. You should go around and wear the hat everywhere you go. And that kind of reminds me of something. Back in the day, we talked about questionable decisions, things maybe you shouldn't do on a cruise ship. And, one of them was kind of a teaser when, early on in the show, we had this thing that we kind of teased and we talked about. Tom did not. He actually did not want to talk about this on the show. And it was actually through you all that was kind of like, hey, we want to hear the story. And he was like, oh, I really don't want to tell it. That's actually something that will never be on this show. And, well, he ended up telling it. And he came to, and he was like, man, all these people keep asking, when am I going to tell the mermaid story? When is it going to happen? And yeah, finally he did it. And so if you've never heard the mermaid story before, here is a very condensed version of it. Tom does a fantastic job in this episode, kind of retelling the whole story. I wasn't there, so I can't really give that much input on this story. I was there on the cruise, but I wasn't there for this moment, and one of my greatest regrets in life. But here we go. Here is a condensed version of the mermaid story.
This is something
explanation mark makes no sense.
We've been talking about for 6 months.
6 months, ladies and gentlemen. Now is the time.
Since the first episode.
Oh my gosh. Preach.
This is a story of a mermaid.
Ah, the mermaid episode.
Mermaid.
This is the episode where we are talking about the mermaid. Now, I want to say we probably sing in this more than we actually tell the story. Here we go.
And how I'm embarrassed myself.
Yes.
So, let me preface by saying, don't be me. The Wall of Fame is a wall of pictures that were taken throughout the day, chosen by the Pixel group. And if you were in one of those pictures, you got that picture for free.
Ooh. Free pictures, you say?
I was with my friend and a part of our group, Laura. And there are these photo ops at all the different ports, of the captain's wheel, Captain Jack Sparrow, a mermaid. And I'm sitting there thinking, how can I get on this wall again? How can I get number 6? And I see this mermaid. I'm like, that's my chance right there. So I walk up into the line. It was almost my turn. I'm like, what can I do? And I decided I'm going to dip this broad. So it's my turn.
Now, when you say dip,
I mean like
you're gonna
like you would do when you're dancing, dip her,
you're gonna take hold of this woman dressed as a mermaid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, the dance move, where you dip them.
Yes.
And I put my arm around her. They're about to take the picture, and I went, woo. and tried to dip her, and she about fell and screamed. I was like, ah, and brought her back up, took the picture. Well, that didn't go the way I planned, and I walked off. Needless to say, I did not make the Wall of Fame again.
We were never on the Wall of Fame after that. I kind of wonder if we were banned from the Wall of Fame after that. I don't know. That is something else. So, that was a fun cruise. It was early on in our cruising career, well, mine anyways. And the whole Wall of Fame was kind of a cool concept. I wish they would do it more on other cruise ships, but the whole concept was if you took a funny photo that you probably weren't going to buy, they might throw it in there and you might get it for free if you spot yourself in there. Tom was in like 6 of these things, or 5 of them, and he was really, really geared up to be on another. We had made it a game to be in as many as possible, and so yeah, I gave him a hard time because you got to think, like, who just takes somebody and dips them? I mean, who does that? That's madness. So that's something Mr. Kennedy does. Oh, but that's just one of those things that we end up doing. Anyways, that's something that we teased early on in the show, and I think it was a lot of fun. It's so funny to me. But anyways, so over at our other YouTube page, the Podcastaways, we had a fantastic first live episode over there. We're going to be starting those every Monday. So definitely go over there and go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell. It'll notify you whenever we're going to be doing some episodes. We do some madness. We talk about some cruising, but we're not just limited to Carnival. We're kind of doing other things as well. We also talk about just random stuff. So we bring up some funny news throughout the week and just kind of like, focus in and have a good time. We interact with the chat. So if you come in, you want to chit chat with us, have a good time, that is a great place to do it. We are kind of getting some things set up over there. It is and it isn't connected to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. So it's us, but it's just us doing our thing, having a good time. And I made a chaotic, fun opening, and this one was very basic, but I thought it was interesting because, and I want to kind of share it with you guys because it's something I'm proud of. It's kind of like bizarre and out there. So it kind of starts off with like a sign that says the Podcastaways, and it's got fireworks going off. And then like I just thought it'd be funny that like flames start coming up, and then just madness from there. So everything is AI generated and just completely bizarre, but it was a lot of fun to make. So here that is. And the music is great too.
You're watching the Podcastaways. Get ready for a wild ride. Cruising comedy chaos. All the fun you didn't know you needed. Right here, right now. Welcome to the Podcastaways.
And that's really it. It's like a guitar riff for like the next like 30 minutes. So I don't know. It's a fun thing to do. We had a lot of fun on that episode. We're still getting it down, but I think we did a fantastic job. And we got Reese on there too. So in case you guys missing some Reese time, we're gonna have him on there as much as he is capable. We're gonna kind of match up his schedule. So sometimes we may have to move the day that we do it. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So also, I'd like to mention this. We have some things in the works. So if you keep an eye on thepodcastaways.com, I am actually working on a website for us. Something that didn't really plan on doing, but it will have Carnival Cruising podcast ways. It'll have the podcast ways, and it'll have Cruise News Takeover on that as well. So, it's something where we can all connect if you don't use Facebook. And I think that it'd be fun to go ahead and get that set up. It may be a little basic at first, so, forgive us. But I plan on kind of opening up some different avenues, some things that we can kind of discuss, and maybe we could write some blogs and throw some stuff up on there and highlight some episodes, kind of like we did today. And I think we're gonna link up all of our links there. So the Facebook pages, the YouTube pages, and I'm really, really thinking of starting a Discord server. So, and the point of a Discord server is so we could chit chat and have a great time. So if you would like to be a part of something like that, then definitely, I guess, wait for it because we're working on it. So that is kind of a nice little insight of things that are going on. Podcast Ways comes in a way for just friends to get together, blow off some steam, and have a good time. We're putting on a show, but we're also just there to have fun. And part of the fun is interacting with you all. So definitely thank you to everybody that joined us before, and I hope everybody continues to join us week after week, and hopefully we grow this thing into something pretty awesome. So I plan on maybe doing some more like little things here or there, but I mean, honestly, I think we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Anyways, big thank you to everybody that's kind of stuck with us so far. I guess I need to close it with one last sponsor spot. It's a shout back, or a shout out, or a callback. That's what it's called. Here we go. Now exclusively at Fiona's on May and Backdoor Alley in Rusty Hole, Michigan. We are now offering Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips. These lips are so scrumptious, they'll have you smacking your own in delight. Perfect for a quick bite, a party snack, or a novel gift for someone you care about. That's right, Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips, the treat that kisses back. But don't take my word for it. Hear from our esteemed Patreon, Elton John. I had a chance to try Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips, and let me tell you, I can't wait to have a second round with those lips. Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips are outstandingly unusual, and I'm not entirely convinced that it's even feasible to cook up lobster lips, let alone create an enhancing snack out of them. Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips are 100% fictional. Elton John is a paid spokesperson. Any resemblance in name with anyone else, even so slightly, is completely coincidental. There you go. And thank you everyone for joining us today. I know this is going to be a short episode, but it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. Everyone ditched us today. So you should all go to the Facebook page and say, or Facebook group anyways, you should all go to the Facebook group and complain and say, boo Gary, boo Tom, boo Reese, and happy birthday, Jen. We can't boo the birthday girl. I'm sorry. You can't do it. If you do, you're out of the group. So there you go. Anyways, I'm not doing everyone's outro. I don't know. How about this? I will do everyone's outro. How about we do it? I'm just going to make up however many days for Gary. So we're going to start off with him. This is a Gary Manning. Well, there's 47 days until I have a 12-hour French toast in these hands. And then we have just remember, everything that happens on YouTube appears on a cruise ship. And then shave the foosball tables. Bye-bye. And Jen would say something. She would say something insightful. Something that would thought-provoking. I think she would say, my papa used to say, if you're gonna wrestle a grizzly, make sure you brought it some honey first. Keep it distracted while you figure out how to run. And, of course, there's mine. Just know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved. Bye-bye.